Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Sewing and Reaping YouTube channel. I'm actually looking for my intro here real quick, so just give me a second. I want to do something I haven't done in a while, and I got a reason for doing it. So just give me a minute, and I will show everybody. Hold on. Here we go.
I'm just gonna speak up on what y'all don't know, but in regards to my wife, she is probably, if not the smartest, one of the smartest people that I know.
Is the origin of feces. You just as brain dead as your boyfriend Nietzsche. The descent of man has been foretold as pseudo-crack science and comedy gold. With my Christian sword, I'm giving you scars by crushing your pride by dropping sick bars. With the power of God and the King of the Jews, I'm the natural selection to school this fool. I heard Miss Parker was giving out freebies. Her man found out I'm the dominant species. So choke on the truth and don't act surprised when Christians praise Jesus cause he's still alive. I will confess that your husband was wrong. You wear the pants and he wears the thongs. Your fake Miss Parker, you act like a pig. You smell like fish team with a wig. Jesus the Christ, he conquered the grave. Parker, when you die, you better be saved. You are the joke, and you're not real funny. Your body is cheap for hardly any money. Do you even cook or mop the floors? You weak little lady, I'll expose your flaws. You follow men's orders like a dumb little slave. I can be real petty and pee on your grave with your manly face and your low IQ. Quit being a failure, cause I own you. That's right, chicken head, I don't want no pissing. You worship the devil cause that's your religion. You're addicted to me, and you ain't got no life. Try all you want, you'll never be my wife. I'm a little bit hungry, go get me a tab. And when you serve me dinner, I'll pass on your crab.
Flawless victory.
It's an unfortunate situation.
I want you guys to enjoy what you just got finished listening to, because that is the last time you're ever going to hear that rap on this YouTube channel. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sewing and Reaping YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about a topic that I think has been long overdue. And then naturally, I want to get back to talking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and then the proof that he did the miracles, because I know a lot of you are looking forward to it. But I want to talk about jealousy today because, you know, I've had a lot of time to sit down and think about some things. And I'm going to tell you something. I've thought of every conceivable reason. And by the way, I'm going to cut my camera on because I'm outside and I'm in the dark, and I'm going to let everybody see it because I'm going to let everybody get their laugh because I want people to hear what I got to say today. I thought about every conceivable possible reason for the last 6 years on YouTube with people going out there and smearing me. Now, I'll openly admit that since I made those contracts videos, which was pure genius on my part, and the people that gave me the advice to do so, since I've done that, a lot of the videos have been, there hasn't been really that many videos being made, especially since I stopped watching certain YouTube channels. I don't really see as many people making videos about me as they used to. they're not getting anywhere near the views that they were getting when they first started all this, because I think a lot of people are starting to get bored with it personally. But that's neither here nor there, nor that has anything to do with the topic that we're going to be talking about today. The topic is, I think these people are jealous, and that's why they're attacking me the way that they're attacking. Now, why would they be jealous of a person like me? If you listen to these people, and you've been listening to them for the last 6 years, according to them, not me, I live in a cardboard box, and then I live in my mother's basement. I'm not sure how you get a basement in a cardboard box, so I live in a cardboard box. I live in my mother's basement. I'm struggling for money. My health is horrible. Yada, 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 and all the other stuff that they talk about. I'm stupid. I don't got no education. Same old tired nonsense that they've been saying on here for the last 12 years and whatnot, right? And I think that the reason why they're doing this is because they're jealous of me. I have qualities that if you look at these YouTubers and you're honest with yourself, if you're brutally honest with yourself, first of all, that rap I just did, you haven't seen any of them produce anything like that. You've seen a lazy Lubis go in there and go. You've seen a Todd go out there with the on his tuba. You've seen a Midwest guy go out there and blurt out a whole bunch of who cares what he's got to say stuff in his raps. They don't put no work and no real effort in what it is that they're doing. They don't put their heart into it. They don't put no what they're doing. They don't do none of that. They just do things to try to what they would perceive to mess with you. And I constantly ask myself this question. I'm like, well, why do they do it? Well, the reason why they do it because they're jealous of me. You see, when I get on here, guys, and this is just common knowledge. I'm not saying anything that people on here don't know already. When I speak, people listen, whether they agree with me or disagree with me. When I get on here, I speak my convictions, and I do it without fear. I'm not on here to try to please people. I'm not on here to make money or anything like that. And it bothers people. It bothers people that there are still genuine people with integrity and conviction in the world. And this is what I truly believe about these people, since I've never gotten a real, honest answer from any of them on why they got issues with me. I mean, it's obvious that they can't stand my videos I make against atheism. I haven't really been making videos about them lately because let's face it, even the cats and dogs know how to refute them now. But the bottom line is that they got a problem with me. They got a problem with me getting on here and speaking according to my convictions. Now, if my conviction was evolution was true, if my conviction was everybody should trust science, if my conviction was atheism forever and all this other stuff, they would have no problem with it. And instead of them using this so-called education that they claim they have, you know, the ability to spell, the ability to reason, the ability to actually think, I guess, I don't know, use their college education or whatever, use those degrees to refute the things that I say. Instead of them doing that, they resort to, let's say this about G-Man. It's not true, but let's try to convince the community that this is true. Let's see how much money we can make. Let's steal his content and put it on other people's YouTube channels. They resort to getting involved in my personal life. Because let's face it, academically, if they ever tried me, and you all know it, I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting, this is just the truth. Academically, I would destroy them, and they know it. All of you saw what happened, and if you didn't see it, go to Veckel's YouTube channel. When the Tatted Jedi actually went on Veckel's channel and was forced to actually talk about what he believed. It was a nightmare on Elm Street, ladies and gents. It was absolutely horrific. Todd had to come in there and save him. And Todd did a pitiful job. Todd was coming in there agreeing with me and Veckel. That's how pitiful he was doing. You guys have spent so many years going out there teasing people, making fun of people, making stuff up about people that you guys don't even know how to defend your own religion or your philosophical beliefs. You don't know how to do it no more. And you never will know how to do it again because let's just face it, if I open up the room right now and I said, prove to me that atheism is accurate and correct, you couldn't do it. Or let's ask you a more fair question. What if you put me to the fire and ask me, G-Man, where's your evidence for God? I'll stump a mud hole in you. And you know I would. That's what you guys seem to fear. You guys fear the truth. And the truth is, if you want to be brutally honest, you're afraid that I'm right. You're afraid that God exists. You're afraid that there are going to be consequences for everything that you guys have done. You're afraid that Christianity is going to continue to preach the gospel. People who's Christians are going to continue to preach the gospel. You're afraid of these things. And that's why you guys come at me. Oh, I'm sorry. And then there's one more thing, too. You also got a problem with who I'm friends with. I'm going to get to that one a little bit later in the video. But let's just face facts here. And to prove to you that I am in the dark, let's just face facts, guys. Let me be brutally honest with you guys. All right? Every last one of you listening to me that is part of the Let's Attack Christian movement, the attack G-Man. We're not attacking Christians. We're attacking G-Man. We're not attacking Christians. We're attacking Veckel. We're not attacking Christians. We're attacking so-and-so. No, you're attacking Christians. You're doing the same tired thing you guys have always been doing on here. You're jealous. You're jealous of the fact that I can get on here. Veckel can get on here. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to bring Veckel into this because Veckel really don't have a whole lot to do with what I'm going to talk about here today. But if you look at the bully channels, because they're not reaction channels, I have to stop calling them that because by definition, they're not reaction channels. Reaction channels watches something they've never seen before and they react to it. And these are not reaction channels. These are stalker channels and these are bully channels. If you look at their content, it's 100% trash. You don't learn anything. And then when was the last time I confirmed that something that was said on that channel was true? When was the last time you heard me confirm something like that? I haven't confirmed none of that garbage to be true. Because if it was true, I'm a very confrontational person. Something that you guys will notice is never said about me. I gladly have a conversation about it. Do you want to know why I don't? Because I made a decision to cancel some of them. I made a decision to make sure that they understand that even though they're jealous of me, and it's causing them to do a lot of foolishness, and we need to get into this from a biblical perspective, but we're going to do it in a minute. Even though this is going on, I don't like wasting my time. I'm really big on that. If somebody wants to have a conversation with me, they got to be invested into it. If they're not invested into it, I won't go. When I talked to Carnivorous Ape, when I went on his YouTube channel, he was invested in the conversation. He was looking forward to it. He wanted to have the talk. When Mystic Ramblings contacted me via email, he was invested into the conversation. I had no problem talking to him. When I called the Atheist Experience, Matt Dillahunty was invested in the conversation. I have no problem talking to him. But you guys got to understand something. There's only but so many hours in the day, and I'm not going to go on people's YouTube channels and waste my time, or even have them come on my channel and waste my time, or if I'm visiting another Christian channel, if I feel like they're wasting my time. This is just universal with me. So how do I know these people are jealous? Besides the fact that there is no logical or rational reason for them to come at me the way that they're coming at me. Besides that alone, it's the issue of the things that they say about me. And I think that's what reveals the most about it. At first, I thought it was about making money. That's part of it. Maybe there's a reward for them to come at me. But I'm going to tell you one of the things that I know that they're jealous of. You notice how they always tell people not to watch my YouTube channel, and how they tell people you can watch my channel instead of looking at his content. Like some of them will say that. I've been told by many people behind the scenes that this is what's being said. The flagging down of GTV was because of jealousy. They wanted what I had. Now, the funny thing is, the people who I believe that was involved in it, all of them were benefiting financially and in other ways on what I was doing on GTV. I knew this when I was doing the things that I was doing on GTV. But they were so jealous that I had my own personality. I had my own topics. I had people coming all over the place to talk to me about evolution and things like that. These people were so jealous. They had to just remove the platform altogether. They was jealous that I exposed Miss Parker as being a liar, as being a fraud, as being a thief, as being somebody who makes stuff up on the go, deceiving people on here. Listen to me. I'm not a big fan of atheism, but I don't hate atheists. I don't hate them. I hate atheism, but I don't hate atheists. And nobody on here should be getting conned on here based on some lie that somebody's telling. And if you guys only knew how many lies was coming out of their mouth regarding certain people in here, a lot of you would be angry. I don't really need to bring up a lot of things anymore because some of you are waking up and you're starting to see it. The geek room is being exposed, for example, right now. Miss Parker has been exposed, and trust me, it's only a matter of time before the rest of them get exposed. I'm telling you guys, you are conned. For the people that care about that kind of thing. Some of you don't care about being conned. And that's sad if you ask me. But anyway, going back into this, they was jealous of the fact that I can open up a room and I can get both Christians and atheists to come in here to debate evolution. Try to get one of them to do it. Try to get one of them to be respected in the community on these particular topics. Not gonna happen. Try to get one of them to do a room and make me so intrigued that I want to go in there and I want to debate. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get Pillbox. You're not gonna get Veckel. You're not gonna get all of these guys coming into some room in which they know what's really going on and think they're gonna have a serious conversation with you guys. But I can do it. I can pull that off. I've been pulling that off since I've been on here. They were jealous that I can get a pen and paper and I can write a rap like the Miss Parker diss track. They have a huge problem with the fact that I have talent to do these kind of things. They have a problem that I can defend my faith against atheists, Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, whoever. They got a problem, or rather, they're jealous. That's the real thing I want to say. These people are jealous because some of us have natural born talent and they don't. Or maybe they do and they don't know how to use it. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, they have allowed their jealousy to poison their minds and to poison their hearts and to cause them to live a lie instead of doing something productive with their lives and doing something that would benefit our society. You remember, these people are evolutionists. These people believe that we've learned that we shouldn't do certain things to people. This is why all I got to do is talk on here, leave my comment section open, leave my live chats open. You can read and you can see they don't believe any of that stuff. They hate humanity. They hate you. They hate me. They hate everything about anybody who's living an honest and decent life. And it's because of jealousy. Jealousy has poisoned them. Why be envious of another person? I talked about this in a previous video. There is no need to be jealous of anybody. You have what you have. I have what I have. And then the moment I start looking at what you got a little bit too much, I'm going to start scheming to see how I can get it. That's not how you're supposed to live your life, man. You're supposed to get off your butt, go to work, and go get your own things. Mind your own business. Only unemployed gossiping women go around worrying about what's going on in somebody's life 24/7. People are bent. They're bent on destroying and hurting other people because they're jealous they don't have what they have. And this brings me to Shani and Rev. You see, a lot of you are jealous that I have a relationship with Shani for Christ. And I'm not talking about no sexual relationship or no, I'm talking about a friendship. A working relationship with him, with her, and a working relationship with Rev. So I think some of you want that, and you can't have it. Try inviting them to your YouTube platform. That would be funny because it will never happen. It will never happen, and it makes you people jealous. It makes you jealous that if Shani really wanted to, as a matter of fact, if you think about it, her playing with her joystick, her doing her video games is more entertaining than a lot of stuff that you stalker channels, the stuff that you guys talk about on your channels. It's just more entertaining. I visited Lubis' YouTube channel. I'm sorry, Shani's more entertaining than Lubis. If you compare the two channels, you will see what I'm talking about. Lubis is boring. Todd is boring. There are some boring YouTube channels out there, and these reaction morons, and I'm going to go back to calling them reaction people, have come on here and they have destroyed what was once a very interesting community where people talked about diverse things. Hardly anybody does hangouts anymore. And that's not because of G-Man, because G-Man isn't jealous of any of these YouTube channels. Viewer for viewer, I talk about more entertaining stuff than any of them do. Just because I have like maybe one person watching or two doesn't mean that their content is more interesting. It just means I need to stop being lazy and advertise the channel. There's a difference. And then you got to understand, most people are attracted to entertainment. They're not interested in doing nothing productive with themselves. But Brother Vecco had to remind me of this. And by the way, Vecco, if you're watching this, man, shout out to you. Vecco had to remind me of this. He said, G-Man, you know, if you get on here and you come up with a topic, you know people are going to want to come in and they're going to want to talk about things. And he's right about that. I challenge the bully communities or the reaction communities to do the same thing themselves. Send me an invite and see if I'll come in here. Let's see what you want to talk about. Hey, let's talk about what color Shani's underwear is. Nobody cares about that. Hey, let's talk about how Shani's hair is black instead of blonde today. Nobody cares about that. Okay, G-Man, let's talk about the finest issues on abiogenesis. And now I care. But now I got to look at the reputation of your YouTube channel. You see where we're going with this? Nobody wants to come into a channel where your reputation is horrible. All you do is worry about the color of somebody's underwear instead of worrying about the real topics. And I've just been noticing this, that there are certain people in this community that should be avoided, that people should not have anything to do with on a personal, on an intellectual level, because some of these people on here are not genuine. Some of these people on here are just too jealous of other people on here for to have a productive conversation with them. They're more concerned about your spelling than they are about their eternal souls. Well, how do I know I got a soul? Oh, I would love to have a conversation with you about that. But are you smart enough to have a conversation with me about that? Some of you have made this statement, and I've heard Dillahunty say this. And this is not a jab at Mr. Dillahunty, because I'm going to save that for another video. But I only debate my equals, all others I teach. Now, I know that's a popular quote from somebody. I forget his name or whatever, but they say, I only debate my equals, all others I teach. As far as I'm concerned, people in the atheist community need to shut up about the Bible, because you're not equals with us. You're not better than us. You don't even know what you're talking about when you're talking about the scriptures. So if that's true, then we need to be teaching you and not debating you. if that's what you truly believe. But if you want to come out of that cognitive dissonance and start being consistent with what you really believe, when Beckel does a Bible study on Sunday, go to it. Go learn about the Bible, what it really says, as opposed to your wacky opinion. Come to one of my Bible studies so that you can learn something about the scriptures, because you clearly don't know nothing about it. I'll even teach you about evolution if you want, because I clearly understand that better than a lot of you do. And that makes you angry. It makes you upset. You see how I speak with conviction, with boldness? I'm not coming on here sucking up to people. I'm not kissing people's butts. I'm not kissing people's feet. I'm not coming on here trying to be careful so I can't get it, so people can tip me. I don't have to flag down people's channels when they're monetized, because I don't want to see them succeed. I have too much self-confidence for that. And there's a difference between me and the rest of these other YouTubers on here that is part of that community. You do those things, not me. You flag down people when they get monetized. You flag down people when things get hard and you can't admit that evolution is wrong. You do those kind of things. I don't do that. Since GTV has gone away and died a hideous death, it hasn't stopped me from destroying evolution in my personal life. Now I'm going to colleges and doing it now. It tells me I know what I'm doing and what I'm doing is right. It validates. People got to understand what persecution does. It validates a ministry when people say, okay, this person's dangerous. We need to get rid of him. Ah, there you go. And then some people are like, oh, that's not the reason GTV is going. GTV is going because of hate speech. Yeah, by you guys, not by me. I don't play that nonsense. Do I need to remind you about the temperature of the world right now and some of the things that's being suggested? You know what I mean? Like one of these days, I'm going to try to organize a Black Lives Matter hangout just to remind you guys about the temperature of the world right now. Because some of you are just so out of touch with reality, you don't get it. You really don't get it. And I don't even agree with it. But I'm willing to sit down and talk about it, though. About the inequality and the racism and all the stuff that's going on. I got no problem talking about it. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I want to get back to the original topic. Some of you need to start worrying about yourself and your channels. And I bring this up sometimes, and I'll admit in the past I brought this up to get on people's nerves, but I'm doing this now as a genuine person talking about this topic. Look at the Bible thumping we night. When this guy was interacting with you guys, his channel did not grow. His channel grew, but it didn't grow the way it's growing now. He's talking about Christian things. John MacArthur, this dude's got over 50,000 subscribers, and he's probably got more than that now too. Getting away from you guys was the best thing he ever did. Think about what that says about you guys. Then look at S.J. Thomason. S.J. Thomason is killing it, and she's growing. And she has nothing to do with the bully community. Matt Dillahunty is more likely to go on S.J. Thomason's YouTube channel to debate her on the resurrection of Jesus Christ and whether or not he rose from the dead than to waste his time going to one of your campaigns of just teasing people all day. I told you guys 2022 was going to be a different year. And this was going to be the final year of these guys. And I'm telling you, they're being exposed. I just watched a video with the Geek Room and their peachy little life. Let's talk about Shannon. Let's talk about Shannon. Let's talk about Shannon. Eventually, we're going to find out something about you. We're going to find out what you're doing with your relationships. Same thing with Miss Parker. Stop worrying about what's going on in other people's lives and be straight with people. Be honest with people. Tell people what's really going on, and then you'll be all right. Stop trying to sabotage people's YouTube channels, sabotage their views, sabotage their subscribers because you're jealous of the fact that they got more talent in their pinky finger than you have in your body. You have never heard me say, oh, can you guys go out there and make a rap for me so I can put it on? No. I will make my own rap. I will get music on my own. I know how to get permission from copyright free songs and people who produce music. I don't need you guys for that. There's a reason why I go to the gym and take care of myself. It's a reason for that. I'm not going to sit around, eat donuts all day and potato chips, and then look at some other person and be like, I want to be like them when I grow up. No, that's not me. You got the wrong one here with that one. You got the wrong one with that. I'm the Christian that everyone loves to hate. Well, you know what? You can continue to hate on me, but I know it's not really hate, it's jealousy. Well, your hate comes from jealousy. You wish you were me. You wish you can do the things that I do. G-Man's got 9 viewers. G-Man's got 5 viewers. G-Man's got 0 viewers. That's by design. I'm not stupid. If people wasn't doing the things that they were doing, I would be doing just fine. And you all know it. And I gain great satisfaction in knowing that you know it. When was the last time Matt did this to you?
If your definition of true Christian is someone who is actually saved and redeemed by a risen Christ, then I fully admit that I was not a true Christian.
G-Man, to read your Bible and do what it says.
Man's made video responses to me, talked about me in Australia, all because I called the Atheist Experience once. And then I called the Atheist Experience the second time. And I believe I am the only Christian on YouTube to go in there and embarrass that man on the Atheist Experience on the topic of slavery. Let me tell you something. When you know what you're talking about, you can stand up to anybody on the internet. When you know what you're talking about, when you know what you're doing. And I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I have no reason to be jealous of anybody on the internet. Nobody. You name the YouTuber that I've been in a room with, you will never, ever, ever find a well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. I can think of at least 2 YouTubers who I believe got the best of me intellectually. But I can promise you this, they wasn't reaction people. They wasn't the bully and the stalkers. That's for sure. I'm talking about intellectually, like proving me academically that I'm wrong about the things that I'm saying. Veckel is a person who I accredit as being somebody who can go toe-to-toe with me in a biblical discussion and a disagreement. Because Veckel, I believe, is humble enough to admit when he's knowledgeable about something and when he's not. I've had a ton of conversations with him where he came out and said, you know, G, I'm not really all that knowledgeable about it. And then there's other times that says, G, no, I'll take on you right now. And I respect that about him. Veckel's a brother that I actually say I struggle against sometimes when I argue against him sometimes. And people see it. And that's respect because he struggles against me too. It goes both ways. I have no problem practicing humility when it comes to that brother. Good luck finding me struggling against a person like Aaron Raw, Matt Dillahunty, or somebody like that. It ain't going to happen because neither one of them know nothing about the topics that we talk about. I'm sorry. Not biblically, they don't. You could probably go find some troll hangout where I'm battling the whole room instead of just the one person. That you will find. You will never find me struggling in a one-on-one conversation with somebody on something that I'm informative about. It will never happen. And you guys are jealous of that. You guys are insecure about yourselves because of it. And you guys don't like hearing that, but you know, if I was your pastor, I would tell you, actually, I'm technically, if you really want to get technical about it, you guys follow me and watch me so much, you might as well start calling me that, even though I would never accept a title like that. I would never accept a title like that. That is how much I'm in your heads. That is how much I'm actively involved in your lives. You have to hear what G-Man has to say. You have to deal with me. There is no getting away from me and the things that I'm saying to you, because God has appointed you to listen to me so that you can be corrected and rebuked. You will be without excuse when you stand before Almighty God in judgment. You will be without excuse. You will not say to him that no one ever told me. There is no reason to be jealous of me at all. And it's your jealousy that's causing you guys to do the things that you do. It's your jealousy that causes you, don't watch his channel, don't subscribe, don't do this, and don't do that. You guys ain't fooling nobody. I got my people in this community too. Y'all need to try to remember that when you guys have your meetings. You guys need to understand that when you're going to your Discords. You need to understand that when you're having your private conversations. I have my people just like you got your people. And my people talk just like your people talk. Like some of the latest schemes that you guys got going on, especially the hopes for me getting arrested and all this other nonsense, as if I don't know about it. And I've known about this stuff for months. I know what your ultimate goal is. I'm just waiting till you go to your so-called ace in the hole so I can laugh at you. The fact of the matter is this. Miss Parker doesn't have the same self-confidence that I have. Her husband does not have. I'm sorry. Oh, forget. My bad. Her landlord doesn't have the same confidence that I have. She doesn't have a husband. I think some of you understand that now. The Geek Room, they don't have the self-confidence that I have. And by the way, for the members of the Geek Room, I've got a special video waiting for you guys, but I'm going to wait to see how accurate some of this information that is coming out about a certain member in that group. Because you guys like to go around here talking about how peachy and rosy your lives are and how everybody on here is pathetic. But then some information about you guys come out, and the first thing that you guys do is you send your trolls out there to flag down those videos so that nobody know nothing about it. And the problem is I got to download it. You can flag them down all you want. I got them now. So you know I'm going to be talking about them sometime in the future, not now. Or how about this? I'll come on the Geek Room. I'll give you the views since you think that's what I'm all about. I'll come on your channel and talk about it. I got no problem with it. I would love to talk about how peachy and rosy your lives are and what gives you the justification to go around talking about everybody else. Believe me, I'm not going to be a fun person to talk to about those things, even if you are trolling. Y'all jealous of me. I'm sorry. Every last one of you stalkers on the internet, y'all jealous of me. And y'all need to get over it. Seriously. And first of all, jealousy is a sin. The kind of jealousy that you guys have is a sin. If I have something that you want, you let me know what it is. And if I can share some of it, I will give it to you. That's the kind of person I am. You people are the kind of people that if you have something that I want, you'll dangle it in my face and tease me about it. There's a big difference between me and the rest of these other people on YouTube that come after me. I make video responses when I do take the time out to do this kind of things. And I respond to the garbage that comes out of people's mouth. Well, Jesus Christ never existed. The resurrection never happened. Oh, really? Okay, I'm going to respond to that. And y'all got to admit, I do a far better job than you guys do. You guys get on here and y'all don't even be prepared most of the time to talk about the stuff that y'all talk about. I got videos right now on this StreamYard that I can hit play on right now, and it would be really embarrassing for some people. Well, not for the people, but for their arguments. Because one of the things I think I failed to articulate in my videos is that it's not about the people, it's about their arguments. It's about the things that they stand for. Those are the things that I'm coming after. Because I want people to repent and come to know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. I want them to know the truth. I want them to step into reality, come out of this land of make believe garbage that they stand for. If you guys can remember these two things about me, you guys will do well when dealing with me. Number one, I am confrontational. You ain't never going to hear that from the bullies. Okay? I am a very confrontational person to a fault. If some of you have some practical advice for me on how I can be better at being confrontational, I am more than willing to listen. Maybe you should get like a Christine Blackfeather or something like that, or someone a little bit more respected in this community to make a YouTube video about that. Because if you get the idiots to make it, I'm not going to listen. So that's number one. I'm very confrontational. And then number two, when I believe that I'm right about something, the last thing that you want to do to change my mind is to poke fun at me, because to me, in my mind, validates that I'm correct about the things that I'm saying. It validates it. It tells me, keep doing what you're doing. They're intimidated. They're scared. Okay? Some of you got college degrees. Some of you went to college for like 8 years. You got PhD. Some of you got like a master's or whatever. Y'all should be kicking my behind in some of these topics. But why don't you? You want to know why? Because you put your confidence in man and I put my confidence in God. And God is the one, not me. And I want to make sure that people understand this. Jesus Christ is the reason why I'm able to go into these rooms and do the things that I do. Notice, ever since I said that I'll go to these channels, I ain't getting no more invites to go to nobody's channels. People aren't talking about me so much no more. Because 2022 is going to be the year they got to find somebody else to talk about. I guarantee it. And you heard what I just said. I guarantee it. Obviously, I know something. So the bottom line is at the end, and I'm not saying that everybody across the board is going to stop making videos about me. No. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's good old Stone Cold used to say. But you guys have destroyed this community over jealousy, over greed and jealousy, pride and lust. You guys, not me. I didn't do it. You guys have utterly destroyed what was the G plus community and the debating community. People don't even feel comfortable making videos no more. I go on YouTube, I see who's doing a hangout. Nobody's doing anything. And I know a lot of you are angry and you guys are like, how come nobody making no videos, man? YouTube is getting boring. I can't be the only person that's saying that. And eventually, I know you people are going to turn on those guys. That's what's hilarious about all of this. Because at some point, you guys are going to want your lulls and you're going to be like, you want to know what? I'd rather listen to G-Man and be entertained and listen to Shanny and be entertained, some other people be entertained, and Veckel and these guys, than listen to the same stupid, tired videos that these guys make all the time. No originality. They don't say anything different. Talk about the same stupid stuff over and over and over and over again. They're failures. They're never going to get me locked up or anything like that. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all need to get that through your thick heads. Y'all don't even know where I live. And y'all talk about y'all going to get shut up. Like, honestly. The Bible says that we need to work with our own hands and we need to mind our business. The Bible says that we need to be content with what we have, that we're supposed to use our gifts for God. And if you guys don't believe in God like you claim you do, why don't you go develop some gifts and come up with some real original content? You guys go out there and say, G-Man stole a safe. You guys go out there and steal people's videos and you profit on it on a regular basis. How is that any different? Number one, I didn't steal no safe, but you do steal videos and you do profit off of it. That's what's hilarious about it. GP pointed that out. And me and GP ain't even cool like that no more. Even GP sees how dumb you people are with that argument that you guys are making. You can't deceive people. Listen to me, you guys have been doing this over and over and over and over again so much ad nauseum that people read right through y'all nonsense. Now, it's time for the application to prove what I'm saying is true. Later on today, I will be available to come to somebody's room and to talk about any one of these topics. If you want to talk about abiogenesis, if you want to talk about evolution, you want to talk about the video I made regarding did Jesus Christ exist or anything like that, I'm open. Because I told you, I'm a very confrontational person. I will talk about these things. I don't care about you going on your channel in your echo chamber talking about how smart you are and how great you are and how everybody should get on their knees and worship you and all this other nonsense. I don't care about that. What I do care about is this. Can you prove that evolution is true? Can you prove that abiogenesis is true? Shout out to Standing for Truth, who is absolutely obliterating Erica and those guys. Obliterating them. Absolutely obliterating that crowd, in which I'm about to start getting back involved with too, because I want to see intelligent design taught in schools. I want to see intelligent design taught in schools before the tribulation period begins, before the last 7 years of our history and Christ returns. Because trust you me, it's coming. You guys can laugh, you can say whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is our Savior is going to return. And he is going to wipe the floor with the godlessness that goes on in this world. This is what I believe as a Christian. I do not care about who has a bigger house. I could care less about who's got bigger sneakers. I could care less about who's got a better coat. I can care less about who makes more money. Nobody cares about those things. What I get off on, what I enjoy, is going on there and humiliating scientists and showing them that evolution is a bedtime story for adults. And by the way, I asked a question about a year ago on GTV that I'm going to ask on this YouTube channel. Can somebody please explain to me how is it that certain planets have a certain amount of moons? And all of this was supposed to be a random accident? Because some little gases and matter and something on, as small as a period on a page decided to expand, what you guys call the Big Bang Theory. Give me a break. You guys actually believe this stuff? My boy Pillbox humiliated you guys on that topic. Stop bragging about your intellectualism and show people your intellectualism. Please, for the love of God, can we actually see it? Ain't nobody jealous of you guys, and y'all need to stop being jealous of me. Period. There's nothing to be jealous of.